In the land of digital gold, TA with T.I. Joe, we bold. Charts light up as we unfold. Trust the signals, watch it grow. Technical analysis with trade intuition. Every move like a seasoned magician. Crypto life, no intermission. Piper Academy Network, the mission.
That's right, guys. Piper Academy. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Oh, wrong. What? Where am I at? Where am I at? Here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. This is the TA portion, the Trade Academy portion of the Piper Academy Network. My name is Joe, also known as TI or TI Joe, or other names that people say. I do absolutely love all the nicknames that I'm getting. I'm so happy to be here, guys. So happy to be in crypto. Who's happy to be in crypto? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you are happy to be in crypto, because crypto is a place to be. It really is. We are going to make an insane amount of money in this year. In 12 months from now, we are going to look back and we're like, man, those 2 years of the bear market were worth the wait. We're worth the wait. We have, see here, STL Coin. What's going on, my friend? What is going on? So happy you're here. Not even going to try to pronounce that name, but very happy you are here as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is the TA, the Trade Academy portion, where we answer questions regarding just trading, how to trade, what to look for, indicators, patterns. Any questions that you may have, please let me know. This is your free 1 hour of mentorship. Normally, people charge $99 an hour. $99 an hour to get information that it took them a very long time to acquire. Here, we want to give back. So on the Piper Academy Network, that's our thing, that we want to give back. We believe in the giver's gain. We don't give to gain, but we know that by giving, we end up gaining. So that's what we're doing here. We're dedicating 1 hour to any questions that you may have regarding trading. Oh man, the day. What has been happening in the day? Well, some of them almost double digits, very few though. We have virtual kicking butt, 16.3%. We have hype, 15.7%. We have other ones that are doing pretty well. Ondo is one of them. And of course, we got Aave, and more than likely Link will be up here pretty soon, if not already. But what does it look like on the hour? On the hour, oof, not so good. Why? Well, it has to do with Bitcoin. The coins right now, they are very hypersensitive to Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes down, they go down. Bitcoin goes up, they kind of go up, but not the pump that we're looking for. We really do. We need Bitcoin dominance to come down. Bitcoin dominance comes down, the total 3 goes up, which is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. Matter of fact, we're going to look at that chart where to kind of give us an outlook of what might happen. Very high probability. All right. So with that being said, let's look at the liquidations. We haven't done that in a while. So let's look at liquidations. This is on the 24-hour. We do have liquidations towards the bottom, right around 105. Man, 105. Still, it feels so good saying over 100. But at 105, we do have that. We got Ramiro in the house. What's going on? Barrios, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you greatly. We do have an area of liquidation up here, 107.8. Not too hot though. The hotter it is, the more likely we are to possibly go there before we go the other direction. This is your heat, I guess you can say. The cooler the colors, not so much liquidity. The brighter the colors, more liquidity. What does this mean? This means that there's a lot of people that have stop losses, total liquidations, all that fun stuff, to where the price may go to that area just for the market makers to make their money before reversing it. Does it mean that it will? In my opinion, no. It's what's called spoofing. These market makers know the tools that we use. They probably designed them. Yeah, you hear me? They probably designed them. We have crypto coin mindset in the house. What's going on, my friend? So with this being said, let me short. So you start shorting, it breaks this level, you start shorting. The market makers end up canceling this order and then put a huge order up top. So now, more than likely, people will start longing. And because they're longing, price start going up. You get liquidated or your stop loss gets hit, and the market maker makes money regardless. All right. So that is, in a nutshell, how the liquidity heat maps work. Here again, on the 12-hour, very slight up top, very, very heavy down bottom, because everybody's longing right now. Everybody's bullish, everybody's longing. Really good areas to long would have been, the break of this level. You long it, and then you wait, and now it's coming down. And then maybe as it's coming down, they're moving up their stop losses to kind of, be in profit. And then stop losses get hit, and then it goes to the moon. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? This is on the 1 hour time frame, and I was so afraid of this. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me go ahead and try to close down. I was so afraid of this. I noticed my computer acting up. So let me see if I can fix this really quick. 1 second. Let's see here. So right now my trading view just froze up. I'm going to end the task and then try it again. So right now we're doing a little bit of intermission. While we are in this intermission, if you could please make sure to subscribe to the channel, have that notification bell on, and most importantly, smash the like. Smash the like. All right, so I think we're back on 3, 2, 1. Bingo and a bango. Bingo and a bango. I'm able to change my chart and move it around. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. There was panic in the mood. All right. So when the price was up here, nobody knows what's going to happen. Let me just tell you that right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We have probability of what it might happen, and when it plays out, great. But we're trading against people. It's not a program. If people 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, we know what the next, sequence is going to be. 0, 1, 0, 1. It just makes sense, right? But since we're trading against people have emotions. It makes it pretty difficult to do this. And not only that, but market makers are always trading to make money from us. Here, let's kind of give a backstory first and then say where we're at right now. This was our area of point of decision making, area of interest. Due to this selling pressure, all these wicks that are right here. Price came up, got rejected, good. Came up again, got rejected, good. Now it's kind of building its strength. It's trying to break above this wall. It goes again, and this time it gets a little bit of leeway. The wall's kind of leaning in a little bit, but it's too strong, comes back down. And before it was bouncing off of this trend line. Here didn't bounce. Now it did a bearish retest. Once this bearish retest happened, a lot of shorts were open. I'm not doing any shorts. It's very difficult to do shorts in a bull market. And if you are doing shorts, these are scalps, couple minutes to maybe 2 hours, 4 hours max, probably, unless it keeps on going down. Then of course you're a genius because you shorted, and then that's when all these people, you didn't short? I was telling you short, you didn't short, you got short. Like, dude, calm down. You were telling me to short the whole way up, and it went up. And then more, and then more. But then finally, when it goes their way, they're really quick. They're really quick. Just like those family members, when they tell you, oh, Bitcoin's a scam, crypto's not good. And then when the market's great, they don't talk to you. But then when the market's coming down, so how's that Bitcoin doing? Yeah, those people. We got Robert in the house. What's up, Robert? Appreciate you, man, being here. Baba in the house. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for being here. If you got questions, guys, let me know. If you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. Right now, we're just going over Bitcoin, what has been unburdened by what. Oh, wait, no, we're done with that part of history, aren't we? So here we go. Bearish retest, broke this level. People opening shorts. What happens? Boom, reversal. Comes up here, bearish retest again. This time it doesn't break any of these levels. And then it continues to go up. Now it's this level, the previous all-time high from 99.8, very strong. Look at all this area of support, all this area of resistance. Very, very strong level. If we do come down, all the way down, breaking this level, trend line, this level, I think we're going to have a pretty difficult time breaking 99.8. Nobody knows until it happens. If it breaks 99.8 and then it comes all the way down here to our fair value gaps and order blocks, well, then guess what? You're a genius. Okay, you're a genius. Here we have this 91. It's actually a trend line. This is from the previous all-time high back in 2021. This is our next level, right around 91.5. All we're doing is level by level. That's all we're doing. So now to the present. Now to the present. We broke above our wall. Did a kind of a retest here. Then a very aggressive run up. Broke, and we were trying to break this all-time high. Set December 5th. We were trying. Then finally, when it looks like it's going to give up, boom, breaks through it. Creates another all-time high. Yesterday, all-time high of 106.5 according to Bitstamp. And when this happened, well, people taking profits. That's some good gains, especially if they're on leverage. Price comes down, it's down to our area of our all-time high from the 5th. Very strong level. Bounces. This level right here just confirmed the thought process of it being a pretty nice level over here. And then same thing over here. Like, we have levels on levels. We bounced here, came up, broke this level very aggressively, broke this level very aggressively, started coming up. And once it was here, of course, for my group on Telegram, I let them know more than likely we're going to get a bounce, hopefully off of the 382. And that's a measurement from this move. Now, does it mean that it will bounce? Nope. Matter of fact, this is no longer valid because this was the high at the moment and it started coming down. So because it continued going up, this level no longer valid. Make sure magnitude is on. Now you can see, because this is now our current and active and confirmed pivot due to the other candles coming down, we have to adjust our fib pool, and it actually broke the 382. And normally 38%, which these are all percentages, 38% is a really nice area for it to bounce. And this was the case at this moment, but now that we have more data, now it looks like we're still going to bounce, right? In my opinion, we might bounce here. We might. So of course, with my terminology, I always say might, maybe, could, possibly, higher chance, higher probability. All these are, it could go either way. None of my statements are ever, it will do this. It should, if I ever say it should do this, I kind of correct myself, because it shouldn't do anything. It can do whatever it wants. And when we have that mentality to where it can do whatever it wants, then we remove the bias of, oh, it's bouncing off of the golden pocket and it starts coming up. It's going to break out. So notice the terms I'm using. It's going to break out, as opposed to, well, it went to the golden pocket. We have a pretty good chance that it's going to break out and then go up from here. Because of that pretty good chance, it's reducing my bias. Before, I used to be pretty bad. It's going to do this. And then when it wouldn't, I would still have that mindset. It's going to do this, and it has to. I mean, it's a measure move. It's, fib retracement, the golden pocket, it bouncing off of the moving average, whatever the excuse was or the reasoning. That's what led me to lose a lot of money, because I wasn't looking at well, it broke this level and it broke this level. It's looking pretty weak, but it should do this. No. Let's see here. UJ5K says, any Bitcoin prediction for end of year, December 31st? Why not? Let's do it. Let us do that. We will do that. See here. Pewak says, I've been doing demo on Bitcoin and why I'm too old for this stuff. YOMG. This Friday till now has been nuts. Yes. And then once you think you got it down on the demo account and you put real money in, you're like, oh crap, I should put less money. So what I always recommend, especially if you're just learning how to trade, one, invest in yourself before you invest in the market. Get a mentor, get a group, so the Piper Academy, they have a great network. Of course, we're friends with Alex O Crypto, great community. Of course, Piper Academy Discord. If you become a member of the YouTube channel, you also get access to some of the Discord perks. So definitely consider that. Or if you just want to go straight on with the Discord, of course, all that information is in the description, and it really does help. Of course, I have my own as well. So there's like different areas that you can go to. And with that being said, if you don't invest in yourself, you're going to lose money. You're going to pay for the tuition of learning 10 times over before you finally like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just get in a group. But just get in a good group. There's a lot of groups out there that will bamboozle you a lot. On the Piper Academy Network, good people. If not, ask one of the like the admins who they'd recommend. There's a lot of great people in here. So give you a heads up. All right, moving on. Let's see here, going down the list. Say we got Batman So Official. What's up, my friend? What's going on? See, Monkey, yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of that lately. Is that the airdrop, or do you need to hold that to get that? I don't remember. So we're gonna do Monkey. See here, hands down. Second that emotion. See here, can you give an explanation of supply and demand for buy, sell, and take profits? Yeah. So there's a lot of people that make it very, very difficult. So when you have supply, so this right here, let's go and just draw this out. This right here is supply. And we can actually make this red. This is supply. What is supply? Supply is selling pressure. That's all that is. Demand. Do I get that right? I rarely use those terms. Supply, selling pressure. Demand is buying pressure. So right here, this, let's see. And it's with the wicks. I mean, because you can just look at the wicks. Some people call this selling pressure, liquidity zone. I mean, there's so many different names for it. It's all the same thing. It's where the price went up and it reversed, creating this wick. Some people, like, depending on if it was something like this, to where you were looking for this level to break and it happens to be a wick, they'll call this an SFP, swing failure pattern. Fancy words for saying there's a wick. For me, the way I teach and the way I mentor, I break everything out super, super simple, to where if you want to use those other terms, you can. I don't. I just, this is selling pressure. We can see it by the wick. It just means that when we come into this area, we have a good chance that we might get rejected. You can call it a rejection zone. And Once it breaks above, well, now it's support. But for a demand, like this is demand or support. Again, so many different names for the same thing. It drives me nuts. It really does, because it can confuse a lot of people. This right here is demand. You know, you got a bunch of buyers right here, buying pressure, wicks. Some people call this a long wick reversal, but did it really reverse? Came back down. So there's so many names that mean the same thing. Let me know if that made sense. T-Bach, let me know if that made sense. Because to me, I think that's a very important topic, you know, because there's so many different definitions, so many, depending on who you watch, depends on what you'll see. You know, some people will call this a demand zone. Some people call this a buying pressure zone. Some people call this a support zone. I mean, there's so many different ones. I don't know if it's because people want to sound smart. Not saying that they're not, because they obviously are. They're very successful traders. Or if they want to be unique. I don't know. I just do this to where it's just very simple and easy to understand. So let me know, T-Bach, if that made sense. Very important to me. Okay, let's see here, going down the list. We have one already, Monkey, that we're going to be looking at. Hey, we got Wix Wi-Fi 89 in the house. What's going on? I do think it's going to bounce right here, though. I really do. We'll see. We'll go into that just a little bit. Oh, I was being told demand was selling pressure and support. It probably is. I probably got it backwards. I haven't used that term in, shoot, man, like 8 months, 6 months, something like that. It doesn't matter. You can call it the arcade zone and the circus zone. It doesn't matter. What does it represent? This represents selling pressure. Yeah. But I might have said it wrong. Like I said, I don't use those words. To me, the words don't make a difference. To me, it really doesn't. To me, it's like, how do I trade this? I don't even have to call it resistance or selling pressure or anything. What does this mean to me? This means to me, the price went up. You can call it, I don't know, Tony Romo. This is the Tony Romo. You can call it whatever you want. This is, to me, it's telling me that it broke above our trend line. It sold off, selling pressure. This creates a zone. So yeah, once I was saying, it's like, wait a minute, selling pressure, supply, it's probably the other way around. It probably is. But for me, now, do you need the true, I'm sure everybody in here knows. They're probably thinking, man, Joe, you're teaching this stuff, you don't even know it. I break it down so simple. In my opinion, I don't need to know what the name is. I just need to know how to react to this. But for anybody who does know, please let P-Bach know if this is demand or if this is supply. I think it is demand. Demand down here and supply down here. Supply. Yeah, that makes sense. I believe so. I just know that here it's more than likely going to come down. Keep it simple. That's what I do. That's what I do. Let's see here. Let's see. Got to go back to work. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay. Very good. All right. So we're done with that. But P-Bach, let me know, man. Let me know if that makes sense. As far as, like, you can call this whatever you want. I call this an area where it's creating a zone and it should come down. But I think that is demand. I mean, I actually created a PDF some time ago for my group, and I have it all labeled out. Supply, demand, and at that time it was very accurate because, well, I was teaching it. So I was teaching it, I had a video on it, everything, but I don't use it though. You don't use it, you forget about it, you know? I just refer to this as selling pressure. Keep it simple. All right, moving on. So here I do think we're going to get a bounce. Let's see here. Let's go to a lower time frame, 15-minute time frame. Do we see anything on the higher time frames? We have no divergence. Go to the daily. Oh, on the daily we have divergence, big divergence. So we have a high, and then we have this barely coming up. Now, does it mean that it has to go down? Nope. Does it mean that it's going to go down a whole bunch? Nope. It can go down a little bit and then continue going up. And then it'll go up and up and up. And the whole time it's divergence until it finally folds over. And then now people can say, oh, look, the divergence is playing out after it did a nice run up. All right. See here. Username, dude. You're late. Call off the search party, guys. Call it off. Yes, definitely, guys. Smash the likes. Smash the likes. It is free to do. It is free to do. Tracer Joe gets an instant like. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. All right. So with that being said, let's go to the 1 hour. We were just on the 1 hour. We have a high and a lower high. So right now we do have the bearish divergence playing out. Could it finish? Possible. It can keep on going as much as it wants until it finally stops and gets a reversal. Now, what if you had a moving average here? Does that mean it's going to stop here? Nope. It could continue. So it's wherever it wants to stop. Now, I used to have a lot of bias when it used to come to, we'll just put them on. So here, oh, here's my 50 SMA. It's gonna bounce. Notice those words. It's gonna bounce. Not anymore. Now I say, oh, here's a 50 SMA. What does this mean? This is the average close of the candle bodies. The last 50 candle closes, this is the average. So would it make sense for it to possibly come down to here? Maybe. Could it go below it? Sure could. But this is the average where they were closing, the last 50. This one is my 30. The white one's my 9. This one's my 200, the yellow. So it's not saying that this is a magnet or support or anything like that. You have a chance of it possibly bouncing here because this is the average of the closes. And it might stay here until it goes above the average or below the average. All right. So with that being said, right now, some buying pressure coming up, coming down. Let's see, let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Okay, we have the green starting already. We have it above our 9 SMA. This could be a possible bounce now. This would be easy. Excuse me. This would be easier if we had some defined structure. The only area I have is this right here. This right here, if it breaks this zone, then more than likely going up. Right now, there's no really ups and downs. Down, up, down, up, down. There's no defined this type of stuff. If that's the case, this is where we enter. Could we do it on a 1 minute time frame? Okay, we could. So we could enter the break of this. Okay, so it actually broke this trend line. So if we do this, so I'm using this touch candle bodies, wicks, candle bodies. It actually broke out, came down, breaking out again, maybe get a retest. So if we were looking for possibly, leverage trade, we would need it to break at first bare minimum this level. 106.048. I wouldn't think about going long before then, or that it's going to bounce until, because this is the start of the bounce. The next would be the break of this level. Then now it's getting stronger as far as the reversal goes, then the break of this level, and then now it continues going up. And then it'll come down and then go up some more. So that's my thought process in this. I do think it's going to go up, get a bounce here, but for confirmation, I need this to break, and then of course this one to break. Okay, moving on. Let us look at monkey. Let us look at some monkey. This is one that we did on YouTube. Price action was right here, and we were saying that possibly, it could come down. It could break out also, but price action was right here already. We're saying, you know what? Probably come down to around this area. Not saying that it come down to the exact point, but come down to around this area before breaking up. But I wouldn't enter this one, even if it did bounce, because you're right in the middle. Like if we draw a middle line from our range high, range low, mid range, it's not worth it. Now, if we come to the bottom, then we could probably enter to, hopefully it's trading in this range and then eventually breaks out. That's what we were talking about earlier. Let us look at monkey. Let's make sure I'm spelling it right. Monkey USDT. Since you didn't specify, I will go with KuCoin. And this was this the airdrop? I don't think you answered me on that. I think this was the airdrop. You had to hold like ape or something to get this. I don't remember. I only make trades if nope, not a financial advisor. Oh, username. You're killing me over here. Username, you're killing me. All right. So for this one, of course, it just got released. I remember seeing something about it, being released. I want to say airdrop for some reason. I don't know. There was a lot of airdrops lately, or you're holding a coin, you're staking BNB on Binance, and you're getting all these coins. Anyway, whenever a new coin comes out, so this is important. Whenever a new coin comes out, do I buy it? Nope. But Joe, it can go up 20, 40, 80, 200%. I don't care. You can do it. I don't. I used to. I would make money on them too. And then I started losing on them. And then eventually I ended up losing more than I want. So with that being said, I don't do those anymore. What I'll do is I'll wait a week. Even if it goes up 10,000 million quadrillion %, I don't care, because I don't want to take that risk. When you first get started, man, you want to make all these millions super quick by the weekend. When you learn that, it doesn't happen that fast. And the ones that do, great, good for you. You got lucky, count your blessings. But for the others, we just got to wait. We got to learn. Coin got listed to the moon. All the devs selling, or the people who got the airdrops or whatever it was, price goes up, then it comes down, and it continues to come down. And people are FOMOing. They're still FOMOing. They're buying it, and it's coming down. They're buying it. Now it needs to break. So what I do is level by level. So first, as it's coming down, I see this pivot. It needs to break this level for me to buy. Comes up to the level, doesn't break it. Comes up to the level, doesn't break it. I want to buy, man. I'm FOMO, city, population, +1. And then it comes down. Oh, okay. So it broke this level too. So it needs to bounce. Now, if it were to bounce here, we have a very strong chance that it'll go up, down, bounce again, up, down, bounce again before it eventually goes up. Because what it's doing is it's creating the accumulation. It's stopping the bleeding. It's going sideways now. Then, of course, it goes up, it breaks this level, we can enter a trade, or we can try to risk it down here with a very tight stop loss. For one, it's a brand new coin, and the chance of it dumping very high. So we get stopped out 15%. Like this little move right here is probably 15%. We get stopped out 15%, no biggie. Then it goes, comes right back up to this level. These levels are no joke, guys. That's why I love them. Support, resistance, trend lines. Went right up to this level, came back down, and now it's doing this. So now what I would do, well, here's another level right here. It looks like it's trying to come up. So this kind of walk backwards. Here it's doing this number. Now it's really easy to see this after the fact. Very, very easy. However, with the way I teach, you can be catching these. Because what we're doing is we're waiting for a break of a high. Here, we're waiting for the break of this high. Doesn't happen. Here's another high. Now we're waiting for the break of this high. Comes down. It does this. We could technically put this as a high. Extremely high risk. Extremely. The reason, I mean, granted, you're nailing the bottom, which is great. And this is how you nail the bottom. This strategy right here is how you nail the bottom. You're waiting for it to break above. Now, could it, and has it happened before? Yes. Could it break this level? You enter, it goes up, and then it breaks this level, and then it breaks our support, and then it continues going down. Sure it did. Sure does. This, if it were to go up, you caught the bottom, you're a genius. If it tricks you and it goes down, well, you just caught a falling knife. That's all that is. So looking at this, could you enter here? You could. Very, very tight stop loss. And the stop loss on this one would be about 15%. It looks tight, but because of the market cap and everything else, this one going. Let's see, where are the fibs? Do you really want fibs on this? This is not fib worthy, in my opinion. We can do fibs, and you'll see that they line up where my things are at. We can do that. But on here, for me personally, I mean, I could do maybe 50% or 25, and then once it breaks this one, for sure 50%. And if we just do this right here, it needs to break this level for us to add. Doesn't do it. Finally does it. We add. It comes down. Not to worry, because we expect it to come down to here based off of just the price action. Here is a fair value gap. So we would expect the price to do this number, find a support or a bounce here, then come up and then do this. Did it come down? Nope. Now, whenever I'm showing this, I'm actually showing what I would do in the moment of the trade versus what already happens, because anybody can do that. But this is what I would do. And then of course it comes up all the way here. Now it keeps on coming up, which is good. I would expect here for it to come down to take this liquidity. Didn't do it. I would have my level now here in case I missed all this move to try to get in and then have a lower bid down here. Again, thinking it's going to come down here. It's had many times to try to get it. Still hasn't done it. And then, of course, we would enter the trade. We would add break of this level or this one. This one's safer because it's a little bit higher. So we would add here, and then now we're in the trade. But let's go ahead and do a fib. In my opinion, not fib worthy. We can do it. All right, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Now, with this is very, very tricky because it is a new coin. Do I use this first wick? No. Why? It just got listed. This is manipulation. I have to, and for my rules, my definition on proper ways of using a fib retracement or any kind of measurement, especially the fib retracement, it has to at least be a day old, at least. Now, do I use the first candle? Nope, because of that manipulation. Normally, I use once it kind of settles down. So all this was the sell off, then the bounce. So I actually start all this right here. All of this, I don't look at. I don't look at because this is all just a sell-off. I don't look at it. Don't need to. Doesn't help me. Doesn't help me one bit. But Joe, that's how you're supposed to do your... No, not me. Because all that was a sell-off. That doesn't help me. Once it bounces, now it's showing me support. Now it's showing me that it's doing something. Now it's showing me that buyers are actually stepping in and trying to take control of this coin that's just dumping. So hopefully that makes sense. And why I do what I do versus what you may see other people do. All right, moving on. All right, so let's do a fib retracement. Fib extension, what are we gonna do? We can do a fib. We can do a fib retracement. 9-1. So this is the beginning of the move. This is the beginning of the selling off, basically kind of exhausting. And then we come up here to this high, to this low, come over here to our settings, and I'm just gonna throw reverse. I mean, if I wanted to, I could change the numbers to negatives or what have you, but just for simplicity's sake, I'll just do it the reverse. And this, what this helps me do is just get levels. Now, the longer you hold it, the higher your target's gonna go. It's that simple. Let's see here, what else? We could also do a fib extension to get us targets. We can go from the low to the high to the low prior to the run up. And then now it gives you levels that you can use for targets. Let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. How long has this been out? Okay, a few days now, okay. So now would be a good time to trade it. I wouldn't have traded it the first day or the second day. I never trade the first day. I prefer to wait a week because now you can see how the price action is reacting to certain levels. All right. Let's see here. Reading the chat really quick. Going down. See, why am I just finding out that there's a LimeWire coin? Is it 2005 again? Yeah. Yeah, LimeWire is going to be added to the not Uphold. What's the other one? Robinhood? No, I think it's Uphold. LimeWire is going to be available for Uphold in 3 days. See here, is Trader Joe a Die Hard is a Christmas movie or no? Is Trader Joe a Die Hard or a Christmas movie or no? I don't. See here. Putting up the list. There's a name I haven't seen forever. Nice. I knew it. All right. Very good. Very good. Let's see here. Anything else? Anything else? I mean, I like it. It's already established. It's stuff already. For me personally, if I was going to get into this coin, I don't know what the market cap is. If I was going to get into this coin, it'd be more of an investment. Can go to 0, you know, or it can go to 100x. But for me personally, I would do a lower bid around here, which is like maybe 35%. So I'd do a lower bid here, and then I would do a lower bid here, and hopefully no more lower. And of course, I'd enter right now. I would enter right now. Ooh, that one's a good one. Now, how far down am I willing to go? Oh, 15, 16. Oh, that's nothing. These are baby numbers, especially with a new coin like this. So for me personally, I would enter, have a lower bid or lower entry and a lower entry. And if these lower entries don't hit, oh well. When it goes up, comes down, comes up again, we can add to our entry there, cancel the lowest one. Always leave this one here because in case it comes down. And then if it goes up some more, retraces, well then now you can take this one off and then add to it. But I like it. I like that it's finally slowing down, starting to go sideways, and this is on the hourly time frame, creating higher highs and higher lows. I would expect it to at least come down here though. So I would have a lower entry. Okay, here. Going to the list. Let's see, I don't think there was another one. I like this one though. Let's see here. Bitcoin dominance. Why didn't it save it? Maybe this one? Nope. Okay. So I do want to show you all something real quick before we go, because we're already heading out. If you haven't already, guys, smash the like. That really does help support the channel. But I'm going to go to the compare button. I'm going to go to total 3. I'm going to go to new pain scale. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at total 3, it's everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum, how it corresponded to Bitcoin dominance. And they're pretty much overlapping each other. And I have this for a reason. So what I want to do is I want to move this up and down just so I can get this and move this around. And then of course I can actually shrink it. But leading up to last bull run, we had, of course, the run up. So this right here, and this, let's see, this one is the Bitcoin dominance. This, the blue and the red, this is the total 3. So and we can also add Bitcoin on here too. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get crazy with it. Let's do Bitcoin as well. Let's go Bitcoin. I don't want to use Bitstamp. We'll use this one. New price scale. Okay. So Bitcoin, let's change their colors to, let's change the color to orange. Okay, so that's enough of that. And nope, that's not what I want. Okay. So first, we're looking at only Bitcoin dominance. We know that November of 2021 was the peak of the crypto space, the last season. Here we can see November 2020, the year prior to the all-time highs. We had a run up in November, then a sell-off late November, then a run up in December. This is for Bitcoin dominance. This is the dominance Bitcoin had over the entire market. Then it came down and came down. And throughout the 2021, the dominance was very, very low. This is when alt season was happening. Now, if we turn on total 3, we can see this is alt season. We can see in the year prior, which is coming up, we have a few more days before the new year starts. And this is what we're going to be seeing potentially, where we had the run up of alts prior to November, the middle of November, then a little bit of a sell-off towards December-ish, but we're still doing good. And then a run-up, the brand new starts, huge run-up in the alts. While Bitcoin dominance is coming down, the alts are just kicking butt, taking names. February, March, April, and then finally in May, we top out to start coming down. Once this starts coming down, we can see that the dominance of Bitcoin starts coming up briefly. These are weekly candles. Starts coming up briefly. Then that's because everybody's selling off. They're kind of freaking out like, oh, what happened? I just had a whole bunch of money and now it's still a whole bunch of money, but not as much. Then it starts coming down And then as this comes down, the dominance of Bitcoin, we have the alts taking off again. So it's taking off, and of course it's doing this number. Here is the peak of 2021, then starts coming down. And then of course we finish the bull run. So what this is saying is we have 1 year of, at least 1 year, of really, if it repeats, only if it repeats, we have 1 year of really nice gains. However, be aware that we will have a sell-off, so don't hold. And it might be in April, May, might be. Nobody knows. One thing that I would recommend doing, of course, having this on a daily time frame and just making sure that your moving averages are in order. Once this starts happening, let's say this is your price action, and let's say this is your 50 SMA, and it's doing this number, and it starts getting closer and closer, and this is your 50 on the daily time frame, and it's doing this, and it's doing well, and then it starts doing this number, and it's closer and closer, and now it's like right on it. As soon as the candle closes underneath the 50 SMA, me personally, I'm selling 50% of this trade. I don't care. I don't care if it found support. I don't care if it's bullish divergence on the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. I don't care. I'm not going to happen. I'm not going to let what happened last time happen again. I'm going to sell. I'm not going to listen to anybody except this very simple selling strategy. 1 hour, I'm sorry, on the daily candle close, crossing the 50 SMA, I'm selling 50%. And then now it starts doing this number, I'm losing more and more, I'm gonna be selling off. And maybe my 200's way down here. By the time it goes to my 200, if I haven't already sold off, I'm selling everything. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for this to happen again. And how do we know this? By doing our levels. That's all we're doing. Level by level by level. And as it's coming down, and it's really easy to do this after the fact, really easy. Let's say right here, which one is it? This one? Let's say right here, just on the, like we did on that previous example, where I'm going to buy once it crosses this level and it keeps on going down. Now I see that there's a pivot here, but this would be on a daily, or maybe even the 4 hour that leads to a daily. Now I'm not going to buy until it breaks this level. Then it makes this one, but it's really close to this one, so I'm just going to wait. Then it makes this one a little bit, it's a little bit higher, but I'm still going to wait. Then it does this one. Now, if you want to nail the entry, well, then this is where you go to the lower time frames. Instead of the daily, which is safer, you can go to the 4 hour. Or maybe the 1 hour. Now with the 1 hour, you may be entering trades and then getting stopped out. Or if you already know that we're already approaching the part where it should start going up and we really shouldn't be in the bear market. This all depends on your risk tolerance. What you could do is say, you know what? I'm going to keep on lowering this. And as soon as it crosses, I'm buying. I don't care if it goes down some more, I'm buying. And then sure enough, you end up buying here. You end up buying here. These are, your altcoins, whatever coins you're going to do. And then it dumps and it continues doing this stuff. But because you know that we're right here, we're on the verge of making some serious gains. Instead of taking a 15, 20, 30% loss, you're just waiting for it to cross the level again. And now you're doubling down, reducing your entry point, which was here. Now your entry point gets moved. If you, let's say you put 100 here. Here you put 200. Well, then now it reduces your entry. You put 400, it reduces it. 500 reduces it. So as soon as it goes up, you're in profit. So that's my thought process. Let's see here, going down the list. Yeah. Username in reference to that group shutting down that place. That was when I was like, really? Y'all are multi-millionaires? We just want music? Really? I didn't like them. I stopped liking them. And then I started liking them again like 10 years later. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I do thank you very much. If you haven't already, definitely smash the like. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you enjoy the just thought process that goes behind all the stuff that I do. Now, granted, it may contradict what you learn elsewhere, or maybe even on this channel, this network, but just know that every individual trader has their own thought process. And that's the beauty of creating a network, which Army Piper did, is because you get my thought process, you get other people's thought process, and you kind of see, you know, a mix and match. For example, I didn't know what I thought I did, but once I started saying it's like, wait a minute, I think I got it reversed. Demand and supply zone. Now, the other traders, they may know it by the back of their hand, they may have the definition, they may know all that stuff. For me, I just keep it simple. Selling pressure. That's it. Do I need another name for it? No. Could I put another name for it? Sure. Swing failure pattern. Does it change what this is? No. I could say liquidity zone. Does it change what this is? No. It's the same thing. It's an area of selling pressure, and it creates a zone from the top of the wick to the top of the candle body close. Creates a zone. This is just saying that we might, not that we will, we might have trouble breaking through it because it's resistance, selling pressure. It'll be resistance or selling pressure until it breaks up. So once again, for me, what I do, just keep everything super simple. Could you use 10 different words or saying or phrases to describe one thing? Sure. You'll sound smart to your friends, but hopefully you understand what it is. And that's what I do. I show you what it is. All right. That's all I got, guys. I do thank you so much. It has been a pleasure being here today. Today is Monday. Another day. We did an all-time high. Go Bitcoin. Another day we did an all-time high. Quick story before I go. One more, and that's it. 2 weeks ago, I think it was, I said, man, we're going to do all-time high. I'm going to say Wednesday. Wednesday, all-time high. Friday comes around. All right, this following week, Wednesday, I think we're going to do an all-time high. It's looking great. All-time high. Then on the weekend, same thing. You know, hey, guys, this Wednesday coming up. I know I said it last Wednesday, but this Wednesday, I think we're getting an all-time high. I can keep on saying that. One day I will be right. And it turns out I was right. I was right. So to give you a heads up. And I'll keep on saying it, you know, pretty soon we're going to have another all-time high. And guess who's going to be right? This guy right here. Trade Intuition. All right, guys, if you're not familiar with my style of trading, with my style of teaching, mentorship, watch me every single day. I go live on my personal channel at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then, of course, we come out, hang out over here, and we do the same thing at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And then, of course, I have the banner up top with all the other times that, you know, we have the network going. There should be no excuses why you don't absolutely dominate this market. My name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition. Until later on today, let's make this money. Take care, guys. You guys are the best.
In the land of digital gold, TA with TI Joey Bold. Charts light up as we unfold. Trust the signals, watch it grow. Technical analysis with trade intuition. Every move like a seasoned magician.
That is so funny. I do think that's why people do that, create their own acronyms. So they think it's different, but it's all the same thing. And then they sell their course. I think you're spot on. I am going to sell a book. It costs, okay, so listen up, guys. I'm thinking about selling a book that costs $5,000 that shows you how to sell a book for $5,000. I just need 5 people who are interested in this. Again, this is a joke, guys. This is a joke. Don't send me any money. But that's what they do. I'll show you how to make money. You just got to pay me. Or you can tune into Piper Academy, get all this stuff for free. And if you want to learn faster, well, then you sign up for the memberships. I think this is fun, so funny. All right, that's all I got. I'm just rambling. All right, guys, take care. And I do have a book for $5,000. Anyone's interested? Just playing. See you guys.